between you and her.
Yeah.
And then you never see them again, and then you're stuck in a place you're like, I wish you could get that.
I know, I just put a stop to it.
You know, I mean, that's all. I just don't want you to.
No, I hear you, and that's a huge possibility. I never know what's gonna happen now.
Right.
You know,
And hopefully it doesn't, and maybe you guys work something out and you together. Who the hell knows?
Yeah, but what if it doesn't?
If it doesn't.
You're right. You gotta start going the other way. I gotta stop thinking because I think I told you yesterday. I know we gotta get on, but you know, it hit me in the face like a brick that we've been broken up 2 months.
Yeah.
And like I said, I might not consider us broken up. I think what are we gonna do? And blah blah.
Right.
She considers broken up.
Right.
And I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't like that at all. So that kind of hit me like, whoa. You know, you wasted another 2 months of your life.
Yeah.
You know, over nothing.
Right.
You know, and it's funny because I didn't answer her. She texted yesterday. She said, you know, whatever day, and I said I'll let you know. So then, like today or last night, she sends me pictures of. Now, granted, they're funny pictures of Ollie. Gotta love that dog. But like he does shit like that for no reason.
Yeah.
Right? So she sent me that, and then she sent me the one up there.
Yeah.
And I didn't respond. Then this morning she sends me this one.
Yeah.
Right? And it just says, "Good morning, yo nigga, where you been? LOL."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she's trying to be funny or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, and I know it's still new, so I don't think she pulled the dogs, but that can change at any time.
Oh, yeah, anything can change.
Mm-hmm.
She's done a 180, so anything can change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would just,
Not think about her and think about.
Yeah, I think, but it's all. Has to be about you. I mean, if you had a dog and it had issues, okay, then that's it.
I would definitely. Let's put this
And
way.
that's what you.
If she pulls the dogs, I'm getting a dog.
Yeah.
You know, that's definite.
Right.
That's
and
it.
even if you do have a dog, the dog's fine to go up and
I was
downstairs.
about to say, younger dogs probably would be.
Every dog is
Yeah.
fine. You know, they get a little older, it's tough, but you manage. But
They're tiny though, so they gotta jump. That's why their hips. That's why they say that they all little dogs like Sammy got it.
Yeah.
All little dogs get joint problems every 10 or so.
I could see that.
You know.
See that. But again, how long are you gonna be there?
Well, 2 years.
Stay there for 5. Stay there for 5.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say 2 years because Ollie would be 9 when I left then, and then he would be 13.
No, I
so-
mean, forget them if you got a dog.
Oh, if I got a dog. Oh, please.
You know what I mean? If you got a dog, chance are to be a puppy.
Mhm.
You know, so it'd be what, 3, 4 by the time you leave. So it'd be young enough that those stairs aren't gonna be an issue.
It's true.
So that's all I'm saying is
That's true.
I just think you gotta think about just yourself only.
I know.
Even consider Brian into it. Like, all right, if Brian comes up, is there a spot for him to lay down and sleep?
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. That's what I would consider. I wouldn't consider anything to do with her, only because right now you're broken up.
Mhm.
And the things with the dogs can change and at the drop of a hat.
The only thing I was thinking.
And I don't think it will either. I really
I don't
don't.
think it would.
But what if?
Well, I don't think any of this was gonna happen either.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, I want you to be protected.
I hear you.
That's all I care about.
I hear
I don't
you.
care
I hear
about, I mean, I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't care about her or the dogs. I care about you, so I'm just trying to look out
I got
for
you.
you.
No, I got you.
You know?
I got you. And I appreciate it. Trust me, I
So-
appreciate it because in my head goes different.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm not saying anything to be a dick. I don't
No, I
think
know.
I'm-
Oh, no, I know you're not. I get it. I totally, and like I said, I know where you're coming from, and I appreciate it because I can't come, immediately, I don't think that way.
Yeah.
So now when you say it, and I do think like that, I'm like, oh, you make good points, you know? Because I honestly, to be honest with you, I wasn't gonna take it. Let's not dumb this is. One, Ollie, especially because he might have to go in for that surgery for a shoulder anyway. Minnie's terrified of steps.
Yeah.
She's always has been. So like, I mean, terrified. Like she sits at the bottom and quivers. You know, you gotta pick her up and carry her anyway.
Yeah.
You know, at Beth's house, you gotta do that all the time. Like she won't go upstairs on her own. And when she does, she runs and hits something. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, but I was thinking, oh, well, Beth's having hip surgery. And then I hit me again. Well, she don't come to my house now. And we're not together. What am I going to pick a place so Beth can get up to it?
Yeah.
You know, that was silly. You know, I realized how stupid that was to think.
And it's the same thing with the dogs. Like if that, I mean, I totally get considering it and everything, but I would only consider that if they were actually your dogs.
Mhm.
You know, and you owned them, and then that's a
Then
real.
that's a big thing, yeah.
That's a real consideration. Then, of course, the one with the elevator, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's way better for the dogs. But I'm saying forget her and the dogs, they're
Yeah,
totally
just-
separate. And if you keep them and her in your life, that's a bonus. But you'll figure it out. You'll adapt.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I was
Because
thinking.
think of it this way too, bro. If you are with her or whatever, however it progresses, it might be, you wouldn't be with the dogs at your apartment all the time anyway.
No, yeah. Well, every time, even when I was with her, I would take them home with me on Monday.
Yeah.
You know, so they are with me a lot. They've always been with me a lot.
Yeah.
Like when I leave, I mean, it depends. Sometimes if I came right here, I wouldn't. But half the time, I'd say I dropped them off last night, or
Yeah.
you know.
But I would think that You'd be able to work it out.
I agree. Well, I was thinking that they have those things, where you have the dogs step into them, right? And then you pick it up from the top.
Yeah, those
And you
carriers.
carry 'em like
but
that.
those little dogs have a billion of those carriers.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a whole culture for that.
I know.
You know, you can get little bags, I have backpacks for my dogs, and they're
Mhm.
bigger. You just put in a little backpack, and you just walk with them. I got 2 of them, and now we got 3 dogs. We can't use that anymore. But just backpacks.
Yeah.
I bought them a while ago. So if they have those for my dogs, which are
They
30
have to have
pounds,
babies.
they
Yeah.
do. They do. You see them on all the rich people and fancy
That's
people
true.
on those TV shows.
I just think I know Minnie's panicky, so carrying her is going to be a bitch because she's going to be kicking the whole time.
Yeah.
That's what she does when you carry her.
So if you carry her like a football,
Doesn't
she
matter. She
Really?
kicks like she gets terrified. Her eyes get all big and
Yeah.
she hates steps. I don't know what it is. She hates them.
Yeah.
So like I said, I could deal with that. You know what I mean? Or what I was thinking too is if worst case scenario, if that's the thing, I could leave one in the car, bring one up,
Yeah.
come downstairs, get the other one, bring the other one
Yeah.
up. It gives me more exercise. Plus, and like I said, I definitely like the third floor thing. I personally never saw myself living in a third floor walk up.
Mhm.
Like even when Brian got his, it's a third floor walk up, and I said, Brian, this sucks. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, it's a great apartment, but what about when you had to carry shit? Like when we were carrying his groceries in, and it took fucking 5 trips. You know what I mean? When we go, I said, that's a bitch. Wouldn't you rather just put it in a cart, push it to an elevator? Because there was another
That
place.
is so funny. I never considered that.
Really?
I think of all the apartments I've lived in, that might have been the only one that really had an elevator. Never ever
I've had a
considered.
few.
Yeah.
Not many, but a few.
They've all been short buildings, like 3
Yeah.
4 floors.
Yeah.
And I've never considered it.
Oh no, that's a huge thing. I like that.
Yeah, well, where you came from the city and stuff, you probably think of that more.
Oh yeah. Because hey, I'm living on the 9th floor. I'm not trying to walk up and down.
Yeah, because that'd be different.
Yeah.
9 floors, but I've never ever thought of that. And
Well-
it's funny because that's a huge thing that you're thinking of.
I was about to say what I want to do. I don't know. Maybe if you're free over the weekend for like half an hour, I can meet you. No, they're closed.
I'd go.
I was about to say, well, we could do it today. Well, they're only open from 9 to 4. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But they're open Saturdays. Because I think I want to go back and look again. And then I want to ask them, because I'm just going to ask them flat out. I said, look, I'm conflicted. You know what I mean? I would love to see the other one. I understand there's people in it, but do you have pictures of it? Do you have some other than the drawn?
They
You know,
gotta have something.
They should, and
There's no virtual tour.
not of that one, which is ironic. Because I'll tell you something, if it looks like the other one, but it's just missing a dining room, I have no problem with it.
Right.
No
Yeah,
problem.
and I agree with that. Like, yeah, because it's a room you wouldn't use.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use it. Plus, like, it's like Brian's room right now, right? That, and I don't use my living room, and I don't use Brian's room. I use the kitchen in my room.
Right.
So realistically, the rest of the apartment doesn't have to exist.
Yeah.
With this thing though, I was thinking like, that's why I'm saying, I like big, but there's no need for it.
Yeah. For
And it's
sure.
not, I don't think about it, I don't entertain.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like nobody comes over to my house, ever.
Right.
Nobody,
Right.
Mary did,
Right.
that's it.
Right.
Nobody, I don't entertain, so I don't
And
need it.
it'll be me.
Exactly,
We gotta sit on the couch, so it's
Mm-hmm.
no big deal. Still need all that room.
exactly. And it's a big living room, because I made the living room 3 feet by 3 feet bigger
Yeah.
than the other one. So that's what I'm saying, they both have their things, but they're equally priced, which is
Yeah.
weird.
That's why I would go for the more room, and that would be it.
I think
Yeah.
they were having a hard time getting rid of this one because it's on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, probably.
Because she was telling me,
It's an older crowd. Hingham is older.
yeah, and you're paying so much money.
Yeah,
for
for
fucking
sure. And that's why I would think it would be. That's why that's good. They'll take you.
Yeah,
As far as the credit. And
that's what's crazy. I know.
Because they need to sell it. That's they need.
Well, that's why. Because she was telling me, she said, because I said, are there any others? And she said, actually, she goes, that's the last one for September. We're now renting November and December. So like that's like the last one that they weren't able to get rid of for September. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And it's actually technically available now.
Yeah.
I just don't start till the 16th.
Yeah.
But I could move my shit in now. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
painted, everything's ready to go. The other one will be ready 2 days before I have to move out of that place.
Mhm.
So that works.
That's still
That's
good.
what I'm saying. It still works. All right, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
That one.
That's good though.
Yeah. It's just a weird decision I have to make.
Yeah. Just you gotta do it with a clear head.
Yeah, true.
That's
True.
all.
Yeah, that's tough.
I used to be a beatboxer. Welcome everybody, good morning. I was a human beatboxer on the old hip hop scene. Welcome everybody, good morning. We are Renegade Radio. Stop it.
I'm sorry, my mic wasn't working.
We are Renegade Radio. John Pica, Brian Berner, hanging out. TheRenegadeRadio.com. That's the website. Check it out. Chat rooms in there. Say hello. And also chilling on the streamer and the YouTube page. YouTube Renegade Radio Boston. Go check that out. Streaming live over there. And you can go say hi in the chat room on that page as well. And good morning. Happy Friday.
Ugh.
Ugh. It's Labor Day weekend, dog.
I know. Happy September 2nd, everybody. Now, well, don't worry. We're coming in Monday.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I was getting kind of sad. I thought it was a long weekend, but then I realized we don't pay attention to that.
No, it's a long weekend, but,
not for us.
we just call it that.
That's true. I'm so annoyed that summer's over. I'm not going to start the show up bitchy. Forget it. Forget it, everybody. I'm sorry, John. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I wasn't even mid-sentence.
No, I mean, you were opening the show.
I was like, hey, and then you just started pitching for no reason.
I know. I apologize that it's the end of summer and that sucks. It's about to get cold.
I hate that. Well, I always hated that. I mean, we talked about it before, but ever since whenever the back-to-school commercials begin, it's the most annoying thing ever. Or the, hey, back-to-school shopping, this and that. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't like any of it.
Hate it.
I'm tired of winter already because it's going to be 72 today.
Is that right? Well, I think that's nice. 72 is good, but I want 90.
Once again, I really do believe that there's something going on as far as like, this has to be the Truman Show. It really does. Weather shouldn't change the exact day it's supposed to every year. Like it shouldn't go from 100 degrees on August 31st to 72 on September 1st.
Yeah, like September 1, bang.
Yeah, like God turns the thermostat down.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
And it happens every year.
And what's up with this global warming crap? It seems like this happens every year, same time, same temperatures.
It's not warming enough. You know, you were just bitching it was 100, but now it's 72.
Oh man, and people do complain when it gets hot out and summery. So I think that's the best time of year. You know, you walk out, you don't have to bundle up and wear something warm.
Of course it is.
You don't have to worry about is it going to be snowy or icy outside. F that.
I eventually after Ross gets us our big deal, John.
That's right.
I want to retire somewhere extremely warm. You know, and just be left alone. But just I want to be able to walk out of my front door on, I don't know, January 1st in shorts and a guinea tee. No offense.
Hey.
I mean, what are they called again? Do they call the strappy T-shirts or something?
A wife beater.
All right. I don't mind if we offend wife beater.
That's a less offensive term than guinea tea.
Well, I don't mean it in a bad way. I just mean like every Italian T-shirt.
But who invented wife beater? I mean, I get it. The people wear them. I get it.
I know exactly when that started.
Oh, you do?
It started when Cops first came on the air, and every time there was a domestic, the guy that was doing it was wearing one of those T-shirts, John.
Is that right?
And I think one of the cops described it as a wife beater. He saw the guy and goes, here's a wife beater.
Yeah.
Wearing a wife beater.
Is that really the origin of the term wife beater?
I'd like to think it is.
I think you're wrong.
I'm probably wrong, but I would like to.
But I do know it has. It's because there were people just beating their wives wearing that shirt. That's so bizarre.
You know why? Because it's cheap and trashy.
Yeah. So those are the only people that would really beat their wives.
Of course, cheap, trashy, drunks. You know.
Wife beaters. And it was funny because there was a store around here. I think it was Building 19 or something like that. That's that small little chain store. And they had a thing where years ago they took them off the shelves, the term wife beater, and called them something else. It might have been like white tank top.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Well, yeah.
But they changed the term because everybody called them wife beater.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they sold them as wife beaters.
I think they did. I think that, maybe they were the only store that did, and then got a lot of crap for it and had to turn around. It was some weird story like that. But I remember they had a little run-in with the term wife beater.
Well, I will say
it's a grand term, by the way.
It nails it.
Yeah, it does.
You know, because you don't see many other people wearing them except for Italian people.
Yeah, what?
No, Italian people love those things too. The no sleeves.
Why don't you call them an Italian tee? I mean, that'd be better, right? An Italian tee.
Well, I did.
Rather than, no.
That's exactly what I called it.
What if other people wear it?
Listen, my Irish grandfather taught me the term, right? I apologize. I'm not saying it offensively. Maybe he was.
Oh, all right.
But I'm just saying that, every single Italian person during the summer who's outside playing stickball is wearing one of those T-shirts. That's all I'm saying. And if you're a big fat guy outside of a pork store drinking a little tiny cup of coffee,
that's right,
with your pinky extended, you're probably wearing one too.
With sunglasses on at night.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
balding with your hair slicked back.
And right with that stickball. Stickball is great.
Yeah, stickball's grand.
It's a grand sport.
Like two sewer caps or whatever they're called.
That's right. That's right. Love the good old days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you take yourself there.
Well, I mean, John, I didn't play it. I mean, it was in movies I saw when I was a
actually
kid.
played stickball when I was a kid.
I wish I did. I never had the.
Yeah, but we used to do it was just the broomstick, and you cut a tennis ball in half, and you can really throw a mean curveball.
Why would you cut it in half?
Because that's what made it hard. It was stickball. That's
Stupid.
Well, no, probably that was stickball. So you play in the street. You know,
I understand.
You cut that tennis ball.
I lived in Brooklyn. I saw kids doing it all the time. Whenever someone cut the balls in half.
Well, that's what you do.
Really?
That's stickball.
That's bizarre.
Well, yeah, because then you're not. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why.
I played with a golf ball. You ever hit a golf ball with like an aluminum bat? So much fun. Ping! Yeah, I feel like Reggie Jackson.
You'd have to have 1 million golf balls per game.
Yeah, well, that's why you go to the driving range first.
Reggie Jackson. Update your references. Sammy Sosa.
Mark McGuire.
No, you got to say that. Aaron Judge. Hey, he's having a year.
I feel like Dave Winfield in '86, but only between the months of July and August.
Oh, that's right, Bri. See, we do not have. I'm telling you, we got to go to a sports station with all those great old sports references we have.
Don't worry. Hey, look,
the Arsenal.
And you know something? I actually believe, as one of our first guests, I could get Butch Weiniger.
Is that right?
Yes, the great Butch Weiniger, John.
Really?
Yes.
Remember the Great White Hope? The boxer?
Yes, actually, I do. Cooney.
Yeah, George Cooney or no, Jerry Cooney.
Jerry Cooney.
Well, I have Jerry Cooney. We can get him on too.
You know something? I would love for him to I'd love to interview him and just say what made you think you could be a pro? Like you suck.
Yeah,
like
you were bad.
every boxing match I watched you in.
And did you have to put the word great in your title?
Yes.
I mean, that's an insult to all of us.
Well, you weren't my hope, and then you got your ass kicked every single time you stepped into the ring. Embarrassing. I mean, I was a kid when that guy was fighting, right? I remember being a kid, and my friends and I would bet, and I didn't know.
How long did we last?
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know. No. At the beginning, I didn't know how bad he was, but I knew he was Irish. And I'm like, I'll take the Irish guy. You know what I mean? Whatever. I know my people like the bar fight. Hopefully that translates into boxing.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And he'd step in the ring, and he made everyone else look like Tyson.
Yeah.
Because he was down in 30 seconds, no matter what it was.
Oh, man, what
Don't
a terrible. Not terrible. What would we get him on?
Yeah, we could get him. And Butch Weiniger was just one of the filling catchers for the New York Yankees, I think, in the 80s.
Really?
But I believe I'd be able to get him if I tried.
He's no Rich Gedman, Brian. We can get Rich Gedman at some point. I'm just not sure what he's doing these days. A great catcher of the Red Sox in the 80s. Number 10. Yeah. The only one guy wearing glasses on the field. Remember when they used to wear glasses in the 80s?
Oh, yeah.
That used to be the
if you wore glasses, you just wear them regular.
Just wore them. Looked like a couple businessmen out there playing baseball. It always did look weird.
And then thankfully that all changed in the 90s when that movie came out, and Wild Thing, Charlie Sheen had to wear glasses, but he put a skull on them, so they look tough.
That's right, which I watched that the other day.
That's bizarre.
That was on. It was on over the past weekend. That still, I will have to say, it still holds up. That's still a pretty good movie. I do not mind.
It wasn't a good movie when it came out.
I do not mind that movie at all.
John,
I do not. I like that.
That movie sucked. Right, that movie truly sucked when it came out.
That was really, you think the Wild Thing? I don't think Wild Thing 2 was good, but Wild Thing, the first one, that was good, man.
Well, that's not the name of the movie.
What?
It was Major League.
That's what I mean. Major League 2 sucked. I think they did Major League 2, 3, maybe 4.
Well, that's back in the olden days where, when they had Police Academy, they had to have 9 after it. They made money once, so let's do it again.
Oh my God, they had 14 police academies.
Yeah, one idea in 16 episodes.
Terrible. That guy ran out of the noises with his mouth and it was over.
Who? The great David Winslow?
Oh my God, yeah, that guy. How do you know his name? Wow, it was pretty good though. But his cheeks would go out like a chubby checker.
The dumbest way to get famous ever.
Yeah, no.
And they put him in movies, so he would just do hey, watch, I'm going to do a door creaking sound.
Yeah, watch, I can do a drip. What are you doing?
But I will say, they were good sounds.
Wow, he can do those sound effects really, really good.
This man really has nothing going on in his life because he really does have that door creaking and drip sound thing going on.
But Major League, you never thought that was a good movie?
No,
the first one?
Sucks from the beginning.
I think it's very good. I thought all of it was good. Even with what's his name, Billy Blanks in that movie. No.
Billy Blanks.
No, he's not Billy Blanks. Wesley Snipes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes is a young Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, well, Willie Mays Hayes.
Yeah, the great Willie Mays Hayes. You keep hitting the pop flies and doing push-ups.
Yeah,
It's a great movie.
And then when he would steal a base, he'd put the glove on the wall.
Like
That
that.
was so stupid. That movie sucked,
That's
John.
a good movie.
That
man.
was
Well, maybe I was high. Could have been, but I was
Maybe.
watching it this weekend and I loved it.
well, once again, that's because it's nostalgic also.
Maybe that's what it was.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like the other day they had Porky's, believe it or not, but it was on regular TV, which you can't do that because the movie was nothing but boobs and bush.
Boobies.
Yeah,
That's right.
What it was, I'm watching it for a few seconds, and the acting's bad, the writing's bad, everything's bad. And I'm thinking, but I was 12, and they showed boobs. Like, of course I'd sit through this nonsense.
Yeah, I know. I did that.
You know what I
Everybody
mean?
did.
Like, but I'm not gonna say it was a good movie.
No.
I put Major League in the same category as that. I mean, not a lot of sex things going on, except for remember, when the grumpy coach, he took the owner who hated them, and he had a picture of her, and he had all these sticky things on it. Every time they won, he'd take one off, and you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna see her naked.
Yeah.
She was just in a bathing
I
suit.
know. For everyone we get, we tear off a piece.
Yeah, just stupid.
You got that, Dorn?
That was Dan Dorn. Just absolutely stupid.
Yeah,
The
it's
movie
a
sucked.
dumb concept, but it was so great.
It was so great.
It was that
It was
guy.
nostalgic, John.
Even that guy that did all the rituals in front of his stupid little locker. and
Yes,
stuff.
well, he was from Haiti, I believe.
I
John.
don't know what he was, but he did all those dumb rituals, and then he had the other guy messing with him the whole
Well,
time,
here's the
and he had the
problem.
typical drunk.
Now,
It was
here was
great.
the problem with that movie, and this is why the 90s were a little different in Hollywood. They would just put their friends in stuff, or it was whoever would take the role. So in that movie, I forget the guy's name, but there's a massive guy. He's huge, and he's the guy that worships the voodoo stuff. And he
Yeah.
believes like his bat's cursed and all that stuff. Then his rival is supposed to be a pitcher, okay? But his pitcher is probably, I don't know, 63 years old.
Yeah.
It's an old man. They have an old actor man playing it, and he's wrinkly, and he's not in shape. He's doughy,
Yeah.
and he's coming up there acting, and he's talking to this one guy who's always shirtless because he's
They
muscle bound.
hate each other.
And they hate each other, but it's like the old man. You know what I mean? You think to yourself, who cast this?
You
This
know,
isn't
why-
believable.
how the hell could they have a beef?
How did that guy make the team?
Yeah, like why is he there? He's a drunk. He can't pitch anymore. I mean, it's just so stupid. All the concept. I get it. It's dumb. It's like a Bad News Bears, like the older version.
The first version.
Yeah,
That's the only good one.
Yeah, well,
Because
Bad
they
News
did the
Bears
same
are-
once again.
Yeah.
Because they did the same thing with the Bad News
It's
Bears.
the same exact thing. The same kind of storyline.
Yep.
You know, and it's just weird. But I like them. I like them both. I can
Well-
watch the Bad News Bears again.
See, once again, for the nostalgia part, I watch King of Queens for God's sakes. You know what I
that's
mean?
terrible.
But
You're
that's
right.
honestly, that's for like the nostalgia. MASH is for the nostalgia. And a lot of times, by the way, I'll watch it because I like the commercials because they're commercials when I was in junior high school. You know, AIDS candy. Hilarious. You know what I mean? They're still playing it. It's hilarious.
What do you mean the commercials?
So they actually play the old commercials when you watch like an older show, I don't know, like a MASH, right?
Yeah.
On certain channels. They don't play new commercials. They're not playing. So
I didn't know that.
yeah, they'll do the oldie time commercials in between
No
them.
way.
It's amazing. And they had like AIDS candies, spelled differently. But that came out like I think 2 months before the AIDS virus came out.
Oh, that
The marketing
sucks.
people like just really had to be kicking themselves in the
Man,
ass.
boy, we swung and missed on this one.
Whoops. Well, I don't think this is going to be good for our product, although you do lose weight.
I don't think. Oh my God, this is terrible.
But then like Madge, like having people soak their fingers in
Yeah,
Palmolive.
Palmolive, that's
Yeah.
right.
And
I
I-
soaked in it.
Yeah.
And so where's the
Or-
beef lady?
Or you're soaking in it now. And the
Uh,
women will go, ooh.
oh, yeah, I forgot about the you're soaking in it now.
Yeah, you're soaking in it now.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I mean, of course, yeah, they have the Where's the Beef Lady.
Really?
They have all the old classic commercials.
Wasn't there the Snapple one too, or that might have been too new?
No, I think Snapple, Snapple was a little too new. This is more like, kind of goofy stuff that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Like the Double McGum.
Yeah,
commercials.
Double your pleasure.
Yeah, and the twins always walking down the
That's
street.
right. Hubba, hubba.
Yeah, that was nice.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you wouldn't see that anymore. I didn't even know they played those.
Yeah, of course. And they won't play the cigarette commercials anymore. But
Oh, like the Camel and Marlboro ones?
yeah, the Marlboro. And their advertisements were everywhere. And
Yeah,
they're not allowed to do that anymore because that'll stop smoking.
that's right. Certainly.
No, you know what they did? They replaced one addiction with another. They said, hey, why don't you just vape?
Yeah, it's true.
We'll
It's
get rid of the
easier.
cigarettes, just
Yeah,
vape.
it's a
And
lot
we'll just
better.
charge you that way.
At least you don't see cigarette butts all over the place.
And it doesn't smell as bad.
You're damn right about that.
I don't know. I'll tell you something. I don't know. I think somebody's been eating Fruity Pebbles out here.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I do like a lot of those old movies, old TV shows are good.
Of course.
But you really get into them on the weekend. I tried to get into a couple weeks ago, Field of Dreams, because I remember watching that when that first came out years ago, 20, 30 years ago.
I never was in a Costner, you know.
Well, yeah, you're right. I don't really like him, but that show was pretty good. Back then. I tried to watch it.
For the time.
I tried to watch it like a couple weeks ago, whatever. It sucked.
Did
I thought it was terrible. And that didn't hold up at all. Not like my Major League ride. Not like the great Charlie Sheen in Major League.
Now this right here, this is an example. This isn't one of the commercials like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I have heard this one. This is a real old one, but this is the commercials they used to be able to play on TV. That's Wilma cutting the grass for the something biting the grass.
That's right. I remember this.
Boom.
Yeah.
What? So Barney now, like a drug dealer, pulls out a big pack of Winstons.
Let's take a little Winston break, huh?
You know what I mean?
Let's go there, Fred.
Roll in some doobage, tobacco. I'm gonna smoke a blunt, a Winston blunt.
Hey, it happens to be 420. You know what this guy sounds like? The morning guy.
He does have a Fred Flintstone thing going on.
He certainly does.
And he looks like him.
Very similar build.
He looks like he ate 10 Fred Flintstones.
Well, yeah, a lot of Flintstone vitamins. Right.
Now here comes Wilma cutting the grass. But here's the thing. Now those two are sitting down smoking, and they're like looking up, like all like,
Yeah.
This was a kid show.
Yeah. Winston.
And this is the commercial on a kid show, John.
Yeah, but back then, what did you do as kids? Is for your parents. They would drive to the convenience store, say, all right, just run out there, grab me a pack of Winston.
Yeah.
And you just run in and grab a pack of cigarettes and just hand me, toss me your parents when you got into the car.
I used to do that, and then I remember at one point in my life, you'd have to bring a note. And it would say, Brian is allowed to buy, one pack of blah, blah, blah for his mother.
Signed his mom.
Yeah, signed Mom Burner. You know what I mean?
What?
And you would have to bring it every time. You go to the same store, you'd have to bring it every time.
Yeah.
That'd be a new one. That'd be a new one.
Just incredible, yeah. My father, I'd have to get a Merit 100s. It was Merit 100s.
My mom smoked Bel Air cigarettes.
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
Yeah,
were those the long ones?
No, they were short, but I think they were methyl, I don't know. But the packaging was like, on one side it was the sky, a blue sky with white clouds.
Wow.
Bel Air.
I remember the Merit 100s or Merit 1000s. It was
Happy 100.
All right, Merit 100s, and they had it was a white package with little three yellow stripes in the front of it.
Well, hold on. Here comes Wilma. Now what he's doing is he's actually holding the cigarette up. Barney Rubble. He's holding the cigarette.
Rubble, thanks for.
I mean, just saying, the cartoon is holding going, this is the best part of the cigarette.
Boy, I've never ever loved or liked cigarettes. I always hated it.
Yeah.
But makes
you want one, doesn't it?
You're damn right it does.
Yeah, Fred and Barney are
wow, that sounds like delicious.
Hold on a minute. They're rich and they're relaxing. Fred and Barney dig them, and they seem to be relaxing now as they're watching the girls cut the lawn.
Hell yeah.
With different prehistoric animals.
Yeah, and I like the way that packed.
Yeah. And Barney apparently was a Winston aficionado.
I guess
there were a whole bunch of facts about Winston
and
nobody else did.
Everything about it, from the leaf to the actual cigarette. That's pretty damn good.
But that's the way they used to do it.
Weird, right? I didn't know they actually did those programs that had the shows with those now. But that's cool. The old things, old commercials that they don't have now, that they used to have, are weird.
Yeah.
When you go back to those old, sometimes
well, now they're gross. Like, there's a lot of things that we didn't, advertise, or you didn't need to, and you didn't need to say certain things. Like, people are just disgusting now. Like, they're just gross. And I don't know if it's a shock value thing, or
Or do they just, are they that classless?
I like the new razors that they're selling for women.
Oh, yeah.
It's for the down there hair.
Yeah.
I like when they said, "Here you go, it's for the down there hair."
How about this? Most people got it. You didn't have to say it.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, what else is she shaving?
It's just so weird. It's funny how they do.
Well, then what about, yes, women go number 2.
A lot of
poop.
Yeah, they're just, what are you talking about? You don't talk about poop, and they cut the audio, and the girls on the crapper.
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's
disgusting.
nice. That's a big break, eh? You're on the
Hey, Mom,
shitter.
I got a commercial.
Yeah,
You're never gonna believe it. I got lines and everything.
Yeah,
You know?
check me out. No, I didn't wipe. Just
It was a
crazy.
stump poop.
Yeah, like why do they have to show that?
Because it's gross. These people are gross.
Yeah.
You know?
What was that commercial that girl was dressed a couple years ago in that bodysuit? But she was really like a liver or a kitty, or was she?
That's
was she
right,
a
yeah.
colon? Maybe she was a colon.
Yeah, I think she was a colon, actually, or intestine, something like that.
It was something she was
Yeah,
like.
she dressed up like intestines, I think.
She's walking around the park. I forget what it was.
Yeah, it was like a pink suit. It's
Yes.
gross.
Gross. What are you doing?
Yeah, you don't need that.
No.
We don't know. We get it. We understand what you're selling. You don't need to be disgusting about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Just disgusting.
Anyway, oh, by the way, everybody's saying, well, we didn't get to the Jersey store yet.
Oh, well, yeah, I was going to ask you about it, but yesterday I did, and you're like, wow, all the build-up.
Well, now I feel that there's too much buildup.
Well, now you got a week of build-up.
I know, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of pressure on this story. That's not that good.
All right, let it rip.
Anyway,
and go.
I know. I'd say we talk about Biden or something. I was just bringing that up.
No. Talk about your New Jersey trip, but be funny and go. Come on, tell us jokes.
So just to catch you up, if you didn't hear the beginning of the story, was I was supposed to leave right after the show.
You had a hell of a day. Was it Wednesday?
Wednesday. Yeah, it was horrible. I was supposed to leave after the show and just head right out to Jersey. I know it's a 5.5 hour drive, and I just want to get it done. And I want to go in between rush hours.
Easy.
You know what I mean? Because New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, here, rush hours are horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So if I could leave here at 10, get there at 3:30, perfect.
Yep.
So as I go to leave here, I notice that my inspection sticker isn't the same color as everybody else's. I'm like, that's bizarre. And then I look and I see that
perfect time to think of.
Yeah. Well, it expired in February.
Oh.
So I'm thinking, well, I don't think I'm getting that COVID break anymore, where they just say, well, R&B's closed.
Yeah, but hey, you know something? I've been locked up for all this time.
And just sitting in my garage. I know I pass you every day, but what I'm saying is, I go to get it inspected. They tell me the car is not being found in the computer. I call the insurance company who says they canceled me.
Uh-oh.
Then they said,
that's always comforting.
Yeah, I'm like, well, that's not.
Because you have one problem, then you realize, oh crap, there's another one too.
Yeah, I had when it automatically takes out of your bank account. Apparently, I didn't have enough money in there. I forgot to put the money part in there.
There's always those weird technicalities.
Yeah. I mean, but you had the instant pay thing.
Yeah, just
so,
take it.
I mean, yes, it's not there, but it will be eventually.
Yeah, I'll give it to you at some point.
How about this? We'll call it Ozies. I owe you.
Ah, there you go.
So anyway, they canceled me, which in turn then I found out got my registration revoked. So now I got to try to get my registration reinstated, my insurance reinstated, the car inspected, and then head to Jersey.
Yeah.
And I wanted to leave at that moment. I was actually on 93, by the way. I was on 93, probably one exit down when I realized all this. And I'm thinking, well, crap. To do this now, I got to go back where I was. So the 10 or 15 miles I was down the road, I had to turn around and come back, because I had to go RMV and Braintree. This is ridiculous, right? So and I'm hoping I can remember everything that happened, by the way.
I just don't understand why you wouldn't check any of this, I don't know, a couple days beforehand.
Oh, because I didn't notice.
Because most people, when they do like a long trip like this, like, all right, I got to get the car ready, got maybe an oil change, make sure this is
I get an oil change when I come back. Why waste an oil change?
Do I have, I don't know, washer fluid, so in case, bugs hit the old windshield, clean it.
Do people think like that?
Well, yeah, usually.
Really?
No,
that's weird. I am at
normal people. You're not just going to Walmart.
Oh, I just jump in the car and go.
You need to prepare a little bit.
I don't even check the oil. I know that light's been on for the last 5,000 miles. I don't know what for.
Yeah.
Change oil. Well, it's synthetic now. That's expensive. You'll wait.
So most of the time you do kind of that stuff in a little bit of a prep.
Yeah, okay.
A couple days before.
Well, fair enough. So I didn't.
All right.
So
no biggie.
So then I go to the RMV. They don't want to let me in because I guess you have to have an appointment now.
Oh.
To go to the RMV. I didn't know that. But I kind of just lied my way past the security guy.
Well, I have one.
And then I got up there, and they were going to throw me out. And I was like, come on, man. Just, I'm already here. And I'm like, all right. So it became this whole thing where then the printer didn't work, and I had to print something out. Otherwise, they weren't going to put my registration back, and then I had to get the insurance back. So then I leave, and I don't think I hit.
All the while you're driving illegally.
Yes. Oh, the whole time, yeah, because I had to get there.
Nice.
What do you want from me?
Uh-huh.
I don't have insurance and I don't have registration, but I need to get to the RMV where the cops are.
You know what I like it when they're actually telling you this and they look at you and giving you the piece of paper that you need, but you still have to go someplace else to get something else, or whatever, and they're giving it to you and they're saying, no, you cannot drive or operate a vehicle. You're like, well, all right, but there's no other way for me to get over there.
No, I usually just go, I'm going to take over.
Yeah, why would I? I'll leave my car here. I'll be back.
Yeah, don't worry. I know I'm going to have to sit here and talk to you again.
Yeah,
So now remember though, and I don't think I mentioned this, but the day before I didn't eat a lot and that morning I did the show without eating because I planned on driving right to this pizza place in New Jersey.
Yeah, you did. We were talking about it. I couldn't wait.
That is the absolute, we talked about it for weeks.
Yeah.
The absolute best pizza you'll ever have, Lisa Pizza in Lockport, New Jersey. It's phenomenal. Exit 120. I just literally, I look forward to it. So now, as this is all going on, obviously I'm hungry, and now it's all of a sudden 1, 2, 3 in the afternoon as this is all going on. I'm like, crap. So I get on the road, I think about, let's say 2:30-ish, or 2:33.
Right on schedule.
Yeah.
You should have been there at that time.
Yeah, actually, that's what I was saying. As I was getting on 93, I should be checking into the hotel right now.
Oh,
Like literally, at this very moment, I should be dropping my bags in a room and going, all right, I'm going to relax for a minute, and then I'm going to go see you.
yeah, gotta enjoy this pizza.
Yes.
And then relax.
Yes, I mean, just ridiculous. So anyway, that would have been after the pizza. I could have stopped and got pizza and then went to the hotel. John.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It literally just took that long. So anyway, I'm like, all right, I look online, and it says, it's open till 10. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to make it.
Perfect.
I'm going to make it. I'm going to be hungry as a mug, but I'm going to make it. So
it'd be so good by the time you get
and that's what I was thinking. And every hour, I'm looking down, going 4 hours left. 3 hours and 45 minutes left.
Yeah.
3 hours and 30 minutes left. And then I get to the hour mark, and I'm in New Jersey.
I can smell it.
Yeah, I get off the exit, and it's funny because they make you get off the exit 5 miles before the place. So now I got to go down a road that has like 100 lights that aren't timed.
Yeah.
And I'm doing that, and finally I see it off in the distance. I'm like, yes, the big signs on.
Oh, it's like glowing.
Yeah, it's glowing. It's just open, and the big pizza guys.
It's the only thing you see. You can't see anything else.
Yes.
It's so massive.
And then I pull into the driveway. I jump out of the car, and I think, well, hey, I'm gonna get this quick too, because no one else is here.
All right.
And
came at the perfect time.
I get to the door, and it's locked. And there's and I took a picture of it and sent it to you. There was a note on the door.
Sorry, folks. Park's closed.
It was, hey, we apologize for the inconvenience, but we are going to start our vacation the second Brian's wheels hit New Jersey to the second they leave. Because no joke, they closed the day I got there. They opened the day after I got back.
Yeah, that's
amazing to me. But so that happened. So then I go to the extended stay, right, which I hear is a nice hotel. I remember back in the day, like a lot of businessmen would stay there.
I stayed
in a little apartment.
I stayed in an extended stay in Florida once. Beautiful.
Yeah, they're beautiful apartments. And this one being in Red Bank, New Jersey.
Ooh.
Has to be classy because everything there is expensive as hell now. It's very bougie in Red Bank.
Really?
Oh my God!
Wow, bougie area.
It changed.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Like you can't afford anything in Red Bank. The cheapest apartment I saw in Red Bank was $3,500 for something that was right under 500 square feet.
Cool.
Yeah, and that was it. Well, I'm saying in the area they won't slit your throat.
Right.
Because there's one bad area in Red Bank. That you could probably get something for $1,200. But you're risking your life every time you go out. You know what I mean? But Red Bank's amazing. So anyway, so I get there, and I'm really tired now. Obviously, I had a real long effing day. I'm still hungry because I didn't get anything to eat. So I go into the extended stay, and there's a sign on the little desk there that says, back in 20.
Did it give it time?
Well, that's the issue is it didn't give it time. It didn't say, hey, it's 10:15, back in 20. Didn't do any of that. Just said back in 20. And I'm like, look, I know this scam.
That's the best trick.
I know this scam. I played that one when I was younger.
Yeah.
So then I'm standing there and standing there and standing there. And I got to be there for about 30 minutes. Right? Finally, some crazy looking lady with a huge dog walks in. I don't think that's weird. They allow dogs like that here. Thing's massive, right? And I love dogs, don't get me wrong, but it was just, she couldn't control that dog. If that dog wanted to bite you, well, you're getting bit.
Right.
Because she's not holding it.
Oh, that's comforting.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, well, you probably shouldn't have that dog. Anyway, and she says, have you been waiting a long time? I go, yeah, damn near 40 minutes now. And she goes, oh, because the girl's outside.
Oh.
I said, what do you mean she's outside? She goes, she's outside in her car. I go, what? Smoking crack.
Oh. Oh. Did this girl work there?
No, the one with the dog stayed there. So I'm gonna
Oh.
get into that. So,
Oh.
I'm like,
we're
what?
smoking
I'm like,
crack.
she's not really smoking crack, is she? So I go
Yeah,
out.
she is. Why is she diving around?
Yeah, really. So I go out into the parking lot and I see a girl. I don't see any crack smoking, but I see a girl sitting there and I go, do you work here? And she's like, yeah, hold on. Right. So I go back in for about another 10 minutes, John. She could have been smoking crack. 10 minutes. She comes in and she said, hey, I only get a 20-minute break and they're making me take them because like this whole new legal thing and like just some bull crap.
Yeah, right.
And finally I said, well, that's good. What about the other 27 minutes?
Yeah.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
here for an hour.
Yeah, what are you talking about? And I'm exhausted. I just want to go upstairs. So she gives me this room, right? And I go, okay. And as I'm standing in the lobby, I'm realizing that there are people kind of hanging out in the lobby.
Oh, cool.
And it's not a big lobby, John. It's honestly a 10 by 10 square foot area.
Just a couple of friends gathering, chit-chatting?
Just, there's 2 couches and then whatever. And there's like 2 people on one couch, 2 people on another, and they're very comfortable there, like almost like, they do this a lot. And I'm like, this is weird. So I go upstairs to my room and I open it up and this thing hasn't been updated or cleaned since '86.
Nice.
Like it literally, I felt like I stepped back in time. Like the TV actually had a big back to it. You know how like where the tube was? Like it had a huge back. You can tell that TV weighed about 600 pounds. You know what I mean? And it had a tiny-ish screen. It wasn't a big screen.
And it still has knobs.
Yeah, exactly. I smelled smoke in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? And I'm just like, this is crappy. So I go downstairs again, and I'm like, hey.
Do you have a better building?
I was like, I don't mean to be a dick, but that room's gross, And like, so she goes, okay, I'll put you in another one. And we only have one more, right? And I'm thinking, this place is sold out. So I'm like looking around, everything's grinding.
Good business.
Yeah. Well, and I get up to the 4th floor, whatever. I get out. And down the hallway, there are people hanging out in the hallway, and they're just talking. Like there's people standing outside doors, like across from each other.
Of the actual room?
Yeah, just talking. Like one guy sitting there without a shirt on, and he's got like just like his shorts on, but he's talking to another guy. And they're both drinking beer, and I'm like, what the f? So I go down the thing. I open the room, and I'm not snobby by any means, but this was gross. And I open the thing, and it was old. Everything was old, and the furniture was scratched up. And here's what disgusted me. They have these little kitchenette things, right? And the counter of the kitchenette is where you just, I don't know, I went to put my bag. And as I'm doing that, I look, and there was so much sticky crap that was on there that was never washed off. That thankfully, I saw the glistening of the lamp going off like the dirt. And
that is gross.
It was nauseating how disgustingly dirty this place was.
I never ever stay in a place like that, but you had to.
I had to. And by the way, it cost like $190 a night. Like it wasn't cheap. It wasn't a cheap thing. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's because it's Red Bank near the beach, and it's 2 weeks before the end of summer. I get it. They're gonna rip you off. I get it. So I stay there the one night, but and when I get up, I take my stuff with me and I put it in my car because I kept thinking there's probably bugs in there.
Yeah,
and I don't want that getting into my stuff. Like so.
Yeah, put it in a big trash bag.
Yeah, I wish. Well, I wish. What I did was I actually put stuff in the refrigerator because you could close it. You know what I mean? Like I just wanted sealed away from everything. And I'm like, this place is foul. So I tell them when I get up, I go, yo, man, that's pretty gross up there, man. And they're like, oh, that's what it is. And then I realized it's a welfare hotel now.
Oh.
The extended stay, that one, they take the Section 8 people and all that stuff. That's why they're smoking crack in the parking lot and they're drinking in the lobby. And when I tell you,
those extended stays, how long can you stay there?
Extended amount of times.
Yeah, but
like,
that's just
like months.
It's just
months. Yeah, of course.
Holy
like
crap.
when back in the olden days, like when I lived in Red Bank, there was like I think it was an AT&T or one of those huge companies moved in. And people literally would live at the extended stay for 6 to 9 months. Like they were there. They weren't going to get them an apartment because they're not going to be there forever. But we'll keep you in a place that's apartment-like.
Wow.
But now, like people kind of, especially during COVID, they said, because I asked Lady, I said, what happened? She said, this place wasn't doing that great before that, but after COVID, we're effed, like because they took all the homeless people and they put them in there and said, here you go, it's a free room with
a friggin' mess.
and they killed it all. And now the worst part is. So everybody else that I'm talking to, like, or trying not to talk to, is not paying a dime. I got ripped off $190 And I'm like, this isn't right. Like this
Just
is
because they're in the whole welfare program, they
Yeah.
get all that
Well,
crap.
and
That's
I
why
wrote
they're
it-
able to smoke crack, wander the halls naked, all that junk.
Well, I even wrote in my review, it would be nice if somebody mentioned this was a crack hotel before I booked it.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Tell me it's a welfare hotel
Because you had to spend how much again?
$190 for one night.
Yeah, $200.
$200 for one night, and then you got to tip the chambermaid.
Yeah, it's
I actually, you know what I do it because this is the best part of this. They say, a breakfast comes with a continental breakfast.
Yeah.
I took a picture.
Keep it.
No, I swear to God, I wasn't going to eat it anyway, John. But they don't have like a restaurant area. They don't have like a dining area down there. So what it was, and I swear to God, I'm not joking. It was no frills juice boxes with. Do you know how they have those muffins that are individually wrapped, but not the big ones, the little ones, the bite-sized ones?
Delicious.
They have them individually wrapped.
Nice.
And that was
How many of those did you have?
Yeah, none.
Oh.
I'm not touching any of that stuff.
Really?
Crazy.
You know what I did? Because I had to stay at a hotel last weekend because I was at that family wedding. And I was at the hotel. They had a continental breakfast, Brian. The breakfast wasn't actually that bad. You could actually make your own Belgian waffles and stuff. But they had this one little sandwich bar for breakfast. And they were bagged sandwiches.
Ridiculous.
It was a biscuit with cheese and a sausage.
Yeah, well, I don't understand that anymore.
Bagged sandwich.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
It was
But
delicious.
I get it though. It's
I tried it.
it's convenient.
Yeah,
You know,
true. I guess on the go.
No, I mean for the hotels it's easy, but now you're doing welfare stuff. You're like,
That's
get no frill
gross.
stuff and
Oh
throw it in
my
the bottom.
God.
Who cares?
See, why do they rent that out as a hotel?
They should.
It
They
is
should just
more
keep
of a
it welfare.
type. Yeah.
Just keep it welfare.
That is-
But so I moved actually. I got a better place the next night for $80 cheaper. It was further away,
Not bad.
but it was a Sheraton. And it was a beautiful Sheraton with the room was clean, everything was nice. But everything I tried to do, okay, so I go to Jersey and once again, first day, the pizza place is closed and all that stuff happens with the registration, the insurance, the
the
RV.
car, the Lisa's Pizza.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, the crack hotel. Yeah. Yeah, it was great. So the
I
second
think my
day,
text to you was like, it's a great start to your vacation.
so the second day, I'm meeting a friend I haven't seen in like 10 years.
Yeah, very
Right, we're
nice.
just gonna hang out and whatever. We're supposed to go to New York. He gets in the car and the first thing he says is, "I don't care where you want to go, man, but I don't want to go to New York."
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I've been around here in years.
Yeah,
I kind of wanted to see New York again.
Yeah, I wanted to go to Ground Zero. I wanted to do a whole bunch, and then not just that. I wanted to go to Washington Square Park. I wanted to go by NYU. I wanted to go to West 4th Street. I mean, just I wanted to do all the fun stuff that And he's like, dang. So we wound up hanging out like down the Jersey Shore. It was funny. I did batting cages for the first time in like 30 years.
Did you really?
Not bad, John. I was roping them.
Were you?
Yes, I was. Granted, I was in the medium.
Yeah,
But-
that's all right. But you connected?
Oh, a lot.
Did
Yeah.
you wear the helmet?
You have to.
Oh.
Actually, no. Actually, I didn't wear the helmet.
Really?
Yeah, because it was a kid there, and we were the first people there, and he didn't care about the helmets.
Really?
Yeah,
You're
that's
like,
true.
I don't need it. Watch this.
Well, I think they saw me get in the medium and that dude getting slow. They're like, even if it hits him, nothing's gonna happen. Big pansies. Anyway,
Medium and slow.
Medium and slow, John.
Yeah.
But I was roping them. I mean,
Wow,
you
nice.
throw something 32 miles an hour, it ain't getting by me. I'll tell
Yeah.
you that much,
I
my
haven't
friend.
been in a batting cage since high
It
school.
was fun, actually. I gotta admit, it was fun.
I think I'd go medium too.
Yeah, well, I had to start, yeah.
Yeah,
Because,
'cause
I
I'm
mean,
not
I haven't seen a ball like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, you know what I mean?
Sure,
I
yeah.
haven't been in a batter's box like that and then forever.
Yeah.
But anyway, so all right, that was all right. So the next day, I was supposed to hang out with.
So what? No. What else did you do on your date?
Oh.
Did you do like a sledgehammer thing?
No. We got really high,
Boy.
and then we walked up and down there, and then we went to Seaside,
Yeah.
and we hung out there for a little bit.
You see
I played
Snooki?
miniature golf.
Did you?
I played miniature golf, John, and I won. I won at miniature golf. And I'll tell you something.
Yeah. So you went against a guy who can't hit a slow pitch.
Well, he just had a
baseball.
stroke.
So you're cheering to the fact you beat a stroke.
I'm not going to give him that credit.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
over the stroke already.
We played mini golf and I beat him.
Oh, and but not just beat him. I kicked his ass. I beat
Yeah.
him like 18, dude. I'm miniature golf. I'm like, what are you, a dope? You can't. Kids are laughing at you. Hurry up already. I want to go. But anyway, after I kicked his ass in the batting cages, I kicked his ass playing golf. Middle manager.
Wow.
And then,
Not bad, Brian.
yeah. Well, at first, after he had a stroke and he was really high. But whatever. I
Yeah.
don't consider that to be a handicap.
That's right, Brian.
Yeah.
And nor should you.
That's his handicapable.
That's right.
So I did that. I was like, whatever. So the next day
What
now.
else you do on your date? You do bumper cars?
We shut up. So I wanted to go to the beach, right? So
Yeah.
there's a few of my friends that live down that way, and I'm like, all right, this
Very
sounds
cool.
this will be pretty cool.
Is this still the shore or is this Red Bank?
No, this is now we're going down the shore.
Alright.
Now we're in like seaside type area. And I get there and they go, okay, let's go, right? And we get in the car and it's a short drive. It's like a mile, 2 miles. And as we're driving, the blackest storm clouds you've ever seen in your life, and I'm not joking, John, started rolling in.
Of
right?
course, there was a shaped in the letter B.
and there was lightning, and they're going, well, maybe it'll pass. You know,
Boy, we've never seen this before.
it said isolated thunderstorms. So weird that it happens to be just one and right here where you are, Ryan. So I'm like, oh, come on, man. I just wanted to go to the effing beach. So now it's just downpouring, and I'm talking flash flood type of stuff. And you're thinking, even when it stops now, it's going to be friggin', wet everywhere. This is going to stink.
Right.
I'm not going on a beach. So instead, I did the same thing as I did the day before. I walked up and down the boardwalk at Seaside.
That's not bad. That's fun, though.
It wasn't bad. I had the worst pizza I ever had in my life. Three Brothers Pizza sucks ass. If you ever go down to Seaside, New Jersey, and you see that, it's a chain. Like every block, you'll see one on the boardwalk.
Pizza?
Three Brothers. It is worse. They use that plastic cheap cheese. Just
come on.
disgusting, nauseating. That's not Jersey pizza. That sucked. And they should be embarrassed.
Especially
by the
on
way,
the shore like that.
I got one slice and a small Coke. It came to $10.35, and then they told me that it was going to be an extra 6% sales tax because
6% Jersey, eh?
because you're using a card.
Oh, no
Yeah,
kidding.
that's their new thing. I
The
heard that's
service-
illegal though.
So the service charge is 6%?
Yeah,
Wow.
6%. So basically,
They-
granted,
Then I'm sure the credit card's probably charging them 2.5.
yeah, exactly. They're making
Yeah.
money off that too. But just disgusting.
Jeez.
So all right, so it's raining now. It's just thunderstorming on and off. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, well, I guess the beach is done, whatever. So I go back to that nice hotel. At least that was good. And then the next day, I was only there, I think 3. I said, I'm going, and this was the day I was coming back. I said, I'm going to Ground Zero. That's it. I'm going.
Yep.
And I want to go to whatever. So my friend and I go. This guy, that dude with the stroke, who I hadn't seen it. I figured I'll bring him. That was
Very
a whole
cool.
plan the first time.
Yep.
So
But I don't want to go.
he didn't want to go. But we drove. So we drove to Jersey City and then took the PATH train over. Right, which is funny if you haven't taken the PATH. It's an experience. It's like a jungle. It's crazy down there. Right? It really
Why
is.
would you want to?
Because it's fun. That's
But
the New York.
It's you and you're bringing him, not a very good wingman.
No, it doesn't matter. It's the New York vibe though. It's fun like that. Like it's just very sleazy and just like it smells like piss and then
Nice.
it's just what I
I
mean.
can't believe you, of all people, would like that.
No, I don't like the smell of piss, but it just reminds me of New York when I smell it.
Yeah.
Really, really asparagus-y piss.
Ugh.
Reminds me of New York.
Oh,
That or beer piss.
oh
So,
my God.
so
It makes me want to go.
we get down there and we're just waiting. And I'm looking at the board and it says like World Trade Center, 6 minutes. And then the other one was, I think it said Brooklyn, 14 minutes. About a half an hour later, because they kept canceling our subway, it would just all of a sudden it would say like arriving. And then a blink, and then it would say canceled, canceled, canceled.
You're
They
kidding.
kept canceling ours. Twice they did it, son of a bitches. So I was down in that cesspool for 45 minutes, right? You then get over. It's only one stop too. You go to the trade center. You go under the water, and then you're there.
Yeah.
We get there, and I go to the museum, and they go, we just closed. And I said, what do you mean? He goes,
The most up front should have told you.
he goes like this. I'm not joking. I said, you close at 5:30. He goes, yeah. I said, it's 4 o'clock. He goes, we don't admit anybody into the museum 90 minutes prior to close.
Wow.
And I go, dude, honestly, what is it? Is it 87 minutes to close? I'll take the hit.
Yeah.
I don't need those 3 minutes. I won't even bitch at the end and go, I want my 3 minutes. I
Yeah.
don't care. Nope, can't do it, sir. Asshole. And he meant it.
You
He didn't let us in. So I'm like, you son of a bitch. So now, just because
Oh my God.
my life is my life. Now remember, I want to go. I'm coming back to Massachusetts, right? And that's a nice 5-hour drive.
Yeah.
But now, so now you realize it's 4 in the afternoon. I'm still in New York. I just got there.
And this is the day you're coming home.
Yeah, the day you're coming home. So then I go. One World Trade, right, is there, and I've never been to the top of that. Never wanted to be, right? And we're like, well, we got to do something. I mean,
Yeah.
we came all this way. So, and if I didn't mention, we both took this chocolate edible that was like 100 milligrams in there. Phenomenal. Will really knock you on your ass. He's not used to them at all, and I'm not used to 100 milligrams.
Yeah.
So we took it, and we go in, and it's very
I
expensive.
took one of those today. Nothing.
It's very expensive to get to the top. It's $47 to just take the elevator, but then they tell you when the elevator is. Like it's once every 2 hours, right? And that's going up, and then coming down, you gotta once every 2 hours.
All right.
Right. Then the other one's $67, and you get to go on, whatever. Like you get to see more of what's going on. Then there's like a higher one, $70-something, and you have an express elevator, which means you can just go and the elevator brings you right up.
Oh.
And when you leave, you just go to an elevator and it brings you right down.
And how long is that? Something like that take?
Oh, well, I'm going to get it.
Alright.
So we bought the expensive ones because we're fancy.
That's right, Brian. Bougie Brian,
Of
that's what
course.
your name is.
And then the creepiest thing in the world happened. They tell you, like, I got a panic attack because I kept thinking, oh, I don't want to go to the top of it. This thing, I mean, holy crap.
What if it tips over when I'm at the
Well, what if a plane hits it?
Well, there's that.
You know, I mean, and we're near 9/11. You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing? I'm going to go to the top of this thing. What am I, stupid? So anyway, and I get these weird panic attacks now, like from being in the planes that are so small. I don't like small areas. So I go outside from it. I'm like, dude, I got to take a breath because I'm high as hell. And now I got to get into this effing elevator. And in I'm used to the old Trade Center where you would go up 70-something floors, and it took a while. Then you'd get out, and you'd have to walk across and get into a different elevator that would bring you to the top.
Okay.
So with this, you buy, and I go, okay, let's just get this over with, right? So as I go in, I just don't like small, dark areas. That's exactly what I tell them, right, as we walk in. John, hand to God, you go in to go to One World Trade, and you go down an escalator, and you come out, which looks to be in a cave.
Uh-huh.
The walls are rock, right? Real rock. And it says limestone from blah, 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 blah. And like all these things, like that's what's below New York. And you walk, but it's dark. It was lit like a haunted mansion, right? Very, very dim. You could barely see ahead of you. And I kept saying to John, why do I feel like Osama bin Laden's going to jump around the corner and go, boom! You know? It was very...
Him or El Chapo.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
it was very...
Are you kidding
No,
me?
it was
It's like
creepy.
those dungeonings, like
Yeah, they had like almost like the torch things going on.
Oh.
And I'm like, what is this
It
nonsense?
feels like going to tribal council for Survivor. You know.
What is this nonsense? So I go, and I'm like, I'm freaking out a little bit. And then we get to the bank of elevators, which is probably a while. You've got to walk through these tunnels. You're going left and right, and you know, they're dipping you all around. And I guess that they're just showing you the limestone. I guess I don't know. I didn't care about it. So we get to the elevator bank, and as you get in it, like the walls turn into what looks like the outside of New York. Like you're looking at the outside of New York. And they claim it's live, I guess. So you see people walking, but it looks like a television screen of it.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And then as the elevator goes up, so does your view.
No.
Yeah. So
No,
you're looking.
That's the part I wouldn't want.
So you're looking down,
No.
and like there's people that are videoing this stuff, and I'm getting like wobbly.
Oh,
I'm like, no, don't do this. Like all of a sudden I'm surfing the elevator.
So does it? All right, let me clarify this for my own vision. Brian, does the elevator have windows, or is it just a TV screen?
No, they're just TV screens,
So
but
TV screens
but
are
they are the
They're-
real deal
Right.
screens. They're not like you don't go, hey, that's a TV screen.
Right.
It looks like you're looking out at the street.
It's acting like
It literally looks like you're looking out
out
here.
the window. Yeah.
And then what happens is it starts to spin. That the
Yeah.
picture spin. But you know why? Because your elevator is actually moving like this with the wind and the sway. So they built that into so when you're turning, you feel like you're turning, you're actually swaying, right? So it's a weird thing. But the good thing about it is this, as opposed to the way it used to be at the Trade Center, where it took a few minutes, this took 1 minute to go from the bottom to the top. You're flying, man. That's 100 stories
Are
or something.
you kidding me?
Whatever, I don't even know how many stories. But yeah, no,
1 minute.
1 minute. And you get up there, boom, and like then I'm like, oof. And there's somebody that goes, all right, you walk around, and you got to watch this weird video where they're showing you all these pictures of New York, and at the end of it, they're like screens that go up, and there's your view of New York, you know, from the top, it was amazing. The Statue of Liberty's right there, Brooklyn, Jersey, it was just a beautiful view.
I bet that is.
Right now, here's the problem: since we did the expensive one, you get a $15 credit for something, and it says you could use it to get a drink, you could use it to get a souvenir. I'm still thinking 9/11 memorial, so I'm like, I'm gonna save mine for when I like a 9/11 shirt. You know, I want a 9/11 shirt. So,
Okay.
and I'm thinking they're $40, but at least that's $15 off.
Yeah, damn
So
right.
my friend and I go to this. There's a bar at the top of this One World Trade, so we get a drink. I got my Tito's and Sprite, and I'm looking down 100. It was amazing. It really was great. And I didn't use my $15 thing because I'm like, hey, you know, I want to use that for the shirt.
Right.
So then I walked across to the gift thing, and I realized, hey, wait a second, this isn't for the 9/11 thing. This is One World Trade. So now I'm not going to wear a One World Trade shirt.
Right.
Am I stupid? You know what I mean? So now I got this $15 thing. I don't know what to do with it.
You should have used it for your drink.
Well, because the drinks wound up being like $30.
Oh,
So it's $15
God.
plus $15. Then you got a tip. You know what I mean? So
Oh, it's a scam.
you're having a drink at the top of the world, basically. That's kind of that. You're paying for the ambiance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That type of.
Yeah, all right. So, I mean, yeah, I understand.
You can do it once.
Yeah, I
you know.
get it. Yeah.
I mean, I can understand that. I mean, there were people eating, which I thought was bizarre, but you know, it had to be really expensive. But you know, here's what it is. So now I'm thinking, what do I do? So I go. I'm thinking, all right, well, they said I could use it at the gift shop. Nothing at the gift shop. except for they had regular bags of M&Ms and Skittles. $5 a piece.
No way.
No joke, $5 a
This
piece.
is like a movie theater.
Yeah,
Should have
worse
brought
than
your
that.
own candy.
So I bought 3 of them and I gave them to some kids because I had nothing else to. I didn't know, there was nothing I could use it for. There
Yeah.
was nothing I wanted.
No
So yeah,
kidding.
so $15 out the window. That pissed me off. And then
Well, at least you gave the kids something.
yeah, well, whatever. I'm a
Yeah,
good guy.
this creepy guy giving kids candy.
Yeah, I was about to say now.
That's
And
not
then all of
too-
a sudden,
That's not
people
too psychotic.
following me down the street, calling me bad names.
It's
or whatever.
him right there.
Yeah, exactly. And just because I was in a van, that's a coincidence, everybody. And,
Yeah.
and I did lose my puppy, for your information.
The M&M bandit.
I did need help looking for my kittens.
Would you like some candy? Little boy?
But so then I'm like, all right, this is just absolutely crazy. I just want to go to John's Pizza because now it's getting late. Now all of a sudden it's 6 something. So we go to John's Pizza and there's a line around the corner, right? I'm like, well, I came all this effing way. I'll wait in the stupid line. 45 minutes standing outside for pizza, right? We get inside. Finally, we order the damn thing. And it's late now. Now all of a sudden we've been there a while. It's like 8 o'clock, and I'm thinking, holy crap, I'm not gonna get home till like 2, 3. No, because I still got to drive him back to Jersey,
Yeah.
and actually take the PATH train back to Jersey, then drive him further into Jersey, then go.
Why didn't you call when you were in line?
Yeah, well, you can't do that. You just gotta wait.
Damn.
And then this is the thing that annoyed me. Some famous people that I had no clue who they were cut the line.
Oh, of
Like
course.
we're standing there, right, after about 30 minutes, and all of a sudden there's one guy in line, and then 2 other people walk up and go, hey, brother, blah, blah, blah. And then a van comes, and just like 20 people come out, and they all walk in front of us. I'm like, you son of a bitch. Like, that's not cool. I just waited 40 minutes for this.
Wow.
So then all of a sudden, we get in finally, I'm starving again. They bring the pizza. They change the recipe. It's not the same pizza, John.
Or did your taste buds change? Your taste buds supposed to change like every 7 years. Maybe it's you.
John, I believe they changed it because
Wow.
it wasn't thin crust anymore. It was
Really?
soggy.
Oh no! What a disappointment.
I was so-
So you got Lisa's Pizza's closed. The
Yes.
legendary. We've been talking about it since you and I have been doing the show
Yes.
together. You've been saying how great this place is. That we gotta go. You finally get there, it's closed. Or on vacation.
Yeah, for
All
a
right,
week.
swing and miss. No big deal. You got to back up John's Pizza. That was the other one supposed to be phenomenal, best
Sad.
pizza you ever had in your life. And now those bastards changed the
They
recipe.
changed the recipe. So what we
Damn
did,
it.
like honestly, I had 2 slices, right? Because you have to order a pie there on the sell slices,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, do you want to bring that rest home with you, man? I'll give it to you.
Let's
You can have
find some more kids to give it
it. I
to.
was like, this sucks, man. So then now I gotta wait for him to finish eating it. And I mean, this whole thing with the look, I eat slower because I had a stroke excuse was really getting to me.
I'm not ready with
Yeah.
the stroke.
And that's why I said to him at one point. I said, look, man, I get it. You had a stroke. All right,
Right.
move on.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep hearing it every time I beat you or something.
You keep talking about the stroke thing. You know how many jokes I had during mini golf I could have used?
Yeah, exactly.
I
Actually,
didn't.
John, I used them. We have
Okay.
rough humor in Jersey.
All right, good. Nice stroke. Yeah, both of them.
Exactly.
All right, good. Just checking.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of nice jokes. That's what he said. But yeah, he's got that sense of humor. Oh, he has to.
Yeah, that was like.
But I mean, I just mean because he's lived there so long, it's just it is what it is.
Oh yeah.
But so that happened. So now we go back to the PATH train, which PATH trains now are being suspended for whatever reasons. There was some problem with a track.
Or maybe somebody was pushed onto the third.
Let's hope.
Yeah, the
We
third
can
rail.
only hope. So then that took a little while. I get back to the PATH train. I drive him to his house, which is like an hour or so. But it actually took longer because my GPS, instead of putting us on the turnpike, which would have been the easiest thing to do, okay, one last thing because I know we got to go. The tolls in New Jersey are ridiculous. I don't know how anybody can live there anymore. To go from where I was in Central Jersey, okay, to just get to Manhattan, one way, it was $4.50 on the Parkway, it was $10 on the Turnpike, and it was $16 for the tunnel,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
It's a lot of money, Brian.
It's like $30-something one way. That happens both ways. It's $60 round trip.
Mhm.
Over $300 a week in tolls, and then you get
That's cool.
gas on top of it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Just, I couldn't
What
believe.
a rip-off.
I couldn't believe how expensive. I went into
Yeah.
New York twice, like I said, and the one time I drove, I took the tunnels in. Well, actually, the other thing I forgot, the one day I forgot to mention, I went to Brooklyn because I used to live in Brooklyn, and I was looking around, and they used to get Turkish and Iranian pistachios.
Oh, that's right. I remember you talking about those.
And I remember saying to you know something, man, it's going to cost me like $60 in tolls, but I might do it. Well, I decided to do it, John. And I go into Brooklyn, and I can't believe it. I find the place, and I know it's the place. The doors, the electric doors, everything. But they don't sell them in. They used to have them in the big barrels. And he said, since COVID, they don't do that. That's okay. But so they're in these weird things on the wall. I tried one and it was almost like pistachio bubble gum. It was chewy. I've never had a chewy pistachio nut.
I love you living all this nostalgic thing, thinking everything's going to be exactly the same as it was
And nothing is.
20 years ago.
And nothing
It's
is,
like,
John.
you guys changed the effing recipe. I was here in 1987, and this was the best place
Yeah,
ever.
you should have left it alone from 80. Can you get 87's recipe?
It's just,
But listen. So I go and I said, he goes, well, we don't sell the Iranian ones anymore because they're illegal. But
yeah,
they were
because
doing
we
it
don't
anyway.
like to do any business with Iran.
Well, no, but they've been illegal forever because of that. But they sold them anyway.
Uh-huh.
And then the Turkish ones were old. And I realized, like, when they're $19 a pound, like in some places, but here there was $7.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's something wrong with these. They probably got worms in them.
The last shipment was probably when you had them last.
Yeah, they missed me.
You're damn right. Man, that is funny.
Yeah, that was great.
Nostalgia,
That was my trip to Jersey.
nostalgia Brian thinks nothing ever changes.
Actually, what then happened, because it took so long to drop John off, and I came back here, I think I got home at 5:15 a.m. I slept till 6:15, and then I came in and did the show.
Yeah.
So that was my week last week.
Unbelievable.
So I hope it was worth the wait,
At
everybody.
least you had a great vacation.
Yeah, I know. I'll never go on one again. That sucks.
All right, everybody. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you Monday
Yeah, we'll be
morning.
here Monday. Don't forget.
Damn Skippy, we will. All right, we're Renegade Radio. Enjoy the day. See you later. Bye-bye.
That's funny. Hey, but as far as the plays goes, because I got to make a decision today. What would you? So would you just stick with the